Hi, how are you? Hope you're well. Hope you enjoyed the last video. I thought I would do a video today. It's like completely different settings. It's dark. It's about 5:30. It's not, it's not midnight or anything, but it's dark. It gets dark so early now, which is wonderful. But anyway, I thought I'd do a video today on how to manage your mental health over Christmas, over a festive period. And to be honest with you, I think these tips will help you over whatever other festive periods happen, because there are quite a few throughout the year and they can make you feel quite isolated and left out. I'm currently sitting with a hot water bottle behind my back because I've hurt my back. And it hurts actually. I've done everything I can to make it get better, and I thought it was actually getting better, and today it actually feels worse than ever, and I really don't understand that because I've done everything. So now I'm just angry. No, I'm not. I'm just annoyed though because it's painful. But anyway, you didn't, well maybe you did, but I don't think you did come here to listen to me moan about my back. So I've got notes, by the way, so if you see me look over there, it's because I want to stay on track and I want to give you some good tips, and I don't just want to talk and ramble, Usually I freestyle my videos, but, I really want to make sure that this is helpful for you. And so the first thing is to try not to compare your festivities or what you're doing over Christmas to anybody else, because everybody's situation is different, and to be honest with you, you don't know what it's taken to bring those people together. If someone's got a massive family and they go all out and they've got tons of presents, you don't know if they've put themselves into debt that year or if they actually all can't stand each other. I mean, let's be positive and think and be happy for them if they've got lots of family and money and have managed to bring everyone together and they've spent, and that makes them happy. Then good for them. We shouldn't begrudge anybody's happiness, whatever they're doing. But what you should do, try to do, is not to compare your festivities or what you're doing with anybody else's, because you just don't know what their situations are, and everybody's different. Not everybody has a big family, not everybody has lots of people around them, lots of money. A lot of families won't even be buying presents, they'll just be getting together, and to be honest with you, that's kind of what my family's like. I mean, there have been like moments where, or times where we've had more money and whatnot, and we spoil each other a little bit. But personally for me, I just like being around my family. I love being around my mum, I love being around my sister, I love getting to catch up with people. That's what it's about for me. It's about the people, and I'm not gonna pretend that it's not nice to buy somebody a gift and see them be really happy with it when you bought it for them. For me, that's a nice feeling, and I don't think that we should get at anybody for how they celebrate Christmas or the festive period. It's literally nothing to do with me. I focus on my family and what we're doing, and whatever somebody else is doing is fine. Be happy for them. Don't even focus on it. Other things to focus on. Manage your expectations. Know what your situation is, and this is why it's really important to not compare, because then you are managing your expectations. You know that if you're someone without a big family, don't start thinking you're going to have a massive family Christmas, because obviously it's not going to happen, and you're not going to have a massive Christmas with lots of presents and loads of people around. And I know that might feel quite sad and isolating, but if we manage our expectations, then hopefully we won't feel so down when the day comes. Because I do think that I often, actually, I don't find this anymore, but I used to feel this great sense of, I get this more with New Year's Eve than Christmas, actually. It doesn't really happen with Christmas so much, but where your expectations are built up and it's going to be like the greatest day in the world, and it's just a normal day with presents and more food. And And I used to just kind of have this feeling of, I'm not sure what I'm missing here, but something doesn't feel right. And I realised it was just because it was a massive anticlimax, and that, you know, you get pulled in by the TV and what everybody else is doing and all the things that they've got, and then you kind of see your day and it's just kind of mediocre. But to be honest with you, that's kind of where a little bit of gratitude comes in, to be honest, because personally, just from me, how can I look at my situation and be ungrateful or begrudging or being like, oh, look at me, when I've got my family around me, we've got some money, so we've been able to buy each other things, we've eaten ourselves out of house and home, usually, I'm not gonna lie, although I'm gonna be a bit better this year because I want to. But I'm still gonna enjoy myself. And yeah, that's all coming down to managing your expectations again. So yeah, I'm gonna do that this year. Sorry about the focus. The more I move, the more it goes. I'm gonna manage my expectations this year and just enjoy it and not expect it to be some American TV family show, what they portray on those type of things. It's just, you know, just be happy to have who I have around me, and that is it. Even if it's just the peace of my mind and myself, let me be happy with that, because it's better than being around people that you can't stand, that give you a headache, that annoy you, and all the rest of those things. And the next tip is to keep up your hobbies. If you've got hobbies and things that you do, if you go to the gym, if you go for walks, if you like to write, if you like to listen to music, meditate, whatever those things are, keep them up. It shouldn't stop just because it's Christmas. I plan to keep up the things that I usually do over Christmas, because that's how I take care of my mental health and make sure it's balanced. I'm not throwing anything out of the window just because of Christmas. It's one day. It's not worth it. So whatever you do, keep your self-care up. Next tip is to ask for help. Don't think because it's Christmas that you can't talk to somebody and you can't reach out for help and support, because like I said, it's one day and it's not worth going through it and suffering in silence. For one day, talk to somebody, free your mind. My organisation has a support group. You can feel free to join that. I'll put a link there. We've got the Samaritans. We've got online self support counsellors that are around. There's a lot of help available, so please don't sit and be alone. And again, you know, if you have people around you or people that might not be around you that day but they're available to call and chat to, do it. Even if it's chatting to people on Twitter or on Facebook, just keep interacting with people, keep talking. Don't be alone on this day. Another tip is to volunteer on the day. If you feel like you're going to be alone on that day and you don't really want to be, there are so many things to volunteer for. There's so many different initiatives for different types of situations. If it's for homelessness, if it's for domestic violence, if it's for children in care, if it's for people that are elderly, there are loads. So get in touch with all those things. Google it. There are lots. No excuses. Next tip is to eat well. I mean, I'm not going to assume that everybody's going to have lots of food to eat. So from my perspective, there's going to be a lot of food. I'm going to eat well. And when I say that, I don't mean like there's going to be lots of lavish things or anything like that. No, there's just going to be a lot of chocolate and lots of crap. And I'm going to make sure I enjoy those things, because it's not something I do all the time, because I have to take care of my health more now. Which, yeah, we won't go there. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, that's the main thing. So yeah, eat, drink, be merry. Do what makes you happy. Next tip is to, if you can, if the weather permits, if you're feeling up to it, go for a walk. Get out, get some air, clear your head. do what it is that you need to do. If you're not going to be around people on that day, you can do absolutely what you like, which is great in my opinion. Like, you can go and have a bath, you can play your music loud, you can meditate, you can chat to whoever you want without someone going, hey, what are you doing on your phone, or who are you talking to, or interrupting your WhatsApp conversations. You know, you can just do what you like. There's benefits to being on your own on Christmas Day. So enjoy it to the fullest. Get your candles on, put some incense on. You know, you can eat all the food to yourself and you don't have to share. Like, that's pretty cool. Next tip is to keep up your meditation. Again, like I said, all the self-care things that you do, just to make sure that you stay balanced and your mental health is in a good place on that day. The next tip is to manage your expectations of being around your family members on that day. Now, I can speak from experience. I mean, my family, we pretty much get on okay. No, we get on really well now, actually. There's a few people that I'm just a little bit like, oh, no, not today. But for the most part, pretty much everybody I'm happy to see and be around. And but for those that you know, not really keen on being around, manage your expectations of that. It's going to happen. I would say just interact with those that you get on really well with. Be around them as much as you can. If you see that family member that you're not too keen on, or you don't get on with, or whatever, I wouldn't even get into anything on that day. Say hi, or just walk. Just you know, give them a and keep it moving. You don't have to get into anything with them. I would avoid it. Don't, you know, don't do any EastEnders that they have every year where it kicks off and, you know, it's like being in that pub wherever I don't watch EastEnders, but I forgot what the pub's called. But let's not have an episode of EastEnders on Christmas Day, or any day if we can help it, to be honest. Keep the peace, keep it festive, keep it peaceful. And that's important for your mental health too, because you don't, look at me, I'm a teacher. That's important for your mental health too, because you don't really want that. You don't want that on any given day at all. Next tip is to have some time out. So if you are around lots of people on that day, if you're like me, I get quite overwhelmed because I'm an introvert. I get, you know, I have anxiety, and so I find it a bit overwhelming. You know, I live on my own. I find it really overwhelming to be around lots of people all the time, and so I retreat up to my room just to get a breather, because otherwise I'll start getting irritable and being a bit like snappy, and that's not, you know, the best version of me. It's not who I really am. And I don't really want my family to have to, you know, bear the brunt of that, because it's just down to my reaction of feeling a bit overwhelmed and having too many voices and too much noise and too much things, and it all gets too much and I just have to get out. So have time out whenever you need it. Go to a quiet space. Honestly, I say this all the time, go to the toilet. Don't have to use it, just go and sit in the toilet and just breathe, have some time out. If you want to use that time to scroll on your phone, do it. If you just use that toilet time to get away from everyone, trust me, it's helpful, trust me, it works. Toilet time, keep that in mind. So that is pretty much it. I hope this is helpful to somebody. These are all things that I use for myself because, as I said, I get anxiety and I get quite overwhelmed with having lots of people around me all the time. And, you know, there's lots of different situations that occur through the festive period that affect us differently. And so I hope there's something in here that will help each one of you. And as I said, remember, Free Your Mind has a self-help group, a support group, and I'll put the link for that below if you want to join, to talk. I'll be on there, I'll come and say hi, and you know, we'll talk stuff through on a day if you want to. And yeah, and there's lots of other support things that are available as well, and I'll try to link some stuff in the comments below in the video comment box, or you know what it's called. Anyway, let me stop talking because I'm just rambling now. But anyway, I really hope this video has been helpful to you, and I will see you very soon. Take care and enjoy you know, the times to come. I'm not going to say enjoy Christmas because it's very different for everyone, but I hope that you you get through the day, and that you feel happy and you feel at peace and you feel well, because that's all that's important, nothing else. So I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care. Bye.